Okay. Who is right on time today? Oh, I can see some people are already here live with me vibing today. As you can see, I'm not with my usual lighting because apparently my son hid somewhere my remote control from my main light, my key light here. So I'm just with, with a regular light from the room. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Anyway, what's up, everybody? I can see here Dieter as usual. Nice to see you, my friend. Nice to see you. I can see Sitten Spin 1819 here. Fromily Theory. Fromily, much love. Yes, of course, Fromily is here. Obviously, we're so close. 2 weeks, guys. 2 guys and girls. 2 weeks, and we're there. In next Sunday Night Diner is gonna be the last Sunday Night Diner before the season. So the one after that, we already gonna be discussing the first episode, which is pretty cool if you ask me. I'm really happy about it. Yeah, it's nice. Nice. Let me put myself here on the phone so I'll be able to see what you're writing in the chat if I'm gonna switch the screen, because yeah, I love these chats too. The dude can't wait for season 4. I saw the episode names on Rotten Tomatoes. This is actually what I wanted to start today with. They've been published on IMDb. I was not talking about the episodes before they are published on IMDb because I know that many times those episodes can be a little bit different, the names, and now they're also on Rotten Tomatoes, right, from season 4. Let's see what we got here. So first of all, we have from, and I'm so happy about one thing, let me tell you. You guys, hey, from Elite Theory, hi, hello, how are you? You sent me already the names of the episodes, and what really scared me the first time I went through them is I think the first, the leaks of the names, they put this name, what a long stretch trip it's been, as the last episode, as episode 10. And it kind of made me, like pretty nervous because it sounded a lot like the end, finale, that's it. What a long stretch trip it's been. It's especially as the name of the last episode of the season, it sounds a lot like, the end of the end. So I'm pretty happy to see that we have it right now on episode 5. So, and episode 10 is actually If a Tree Falls in the Forest. So let's try to figure out what's gonna be there. Okay, so first of all, we have the arrival, which is probably the arrival of Sophia. By the way, I didn't check. Did they put actors here? Ian Bailey here. Oh, okay, he's gonna be credited because he's gonna be like in Remember This, or maybe I don't know. We're gonna find his body, even though he's probably like, it's not gonna be him laying there as an actor. It's probably gonna be some kind of a cadaver that was made by the production team. Who is Kailin Ohm? That's Marielle. I didn't know her name at all. So yeah, we have the top cast. Let's see. Do we have here Sophia or not? No, we don't have here Sophia. Who's Paul Zino? Paul Zino, who are you? That's Nathan. That's interesting. Nathan is gonna be there. Okay, so wait a second. I wonder if Nathan is credited for season 2 and 3. Okay. Actor. Dude, where are your credits? Why am I looking at photos? Show me actor. Here it goes. So from, no, 5 episodes. Yeah, so yeah, it's probably like something. Either I'm doing some kind of mistake here by looking, maybe it's the top cast of, yeah, from the arrival. But, it stated that he is there. Anyway, Sophia is not here, not on the list, nor the priest, whoever he's supposed to be. Maybe the arrival actually means something completely else. Supernatural escapist. I'm actually good. I'm pretty good. I actually for the last 2 days, there's a lot of laughs in the house because on Thursday I had like a leg day in the gym and I haven't been working out for over a year and I kind of did too much. So I've been walking like something bad happened to me for the past 2 days, can barely even, like yesterday I was not being able to walk. I was like, Today it's a little bit better. Friday it was somehow Friday it was okay still. I felt like a little bit pain in my legs, but yesterday I woke up and it felt like I'm not going to be able to get up from the bed. And my wife Rina is basically, she's having the time of her life. She's laughing at me every time I'm trying to walk from the bed to a different place in the apartment. So yeah, other than that, everything is fine. Everything is pretty good. So thank you for asking. So the arrival can be maybe the most logical thing that comes to my mind is basically it's Sophia and the priest arrive into town, something bad happens, Acosta is driving the ambulance, blah, 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 accident, no more post office wall there. We've seen everything in the trailer, but I don't know. Frey, I have no idea. What do you think? What do you think, everybody? What is Frey about? There is something like Frey. We've seen Sophia arrive into town, right? And it was during the day. And then we have we have something during the night, like when Kenny is saving her from the monsters, probably. But it can be also the conflict between Acosta and Boyd. We've been building up to this from season 3, the whole season 3, from the moment that she shot Nikki and Boyd was, going at her. So they are building this conflict between those two supposedly alphas, even though Acosta doesn't really strike me as a leader too much. Yeah, Sophia is the preacher daughter, and probably maybe there's gonna be some explosion, like we've seen in the trailer, where she's saying to Boyd, "You think you're a hero? You're some kind of a hero. You're a monster." So yeah, I don't know. Now, merrily we go. This is maybe from now on, I gotta be honest, this is all me completely pulling things out of my ass. This is all based on intuition. We've seen the trailer, but it's 2 minutes. And 10 episodes, it's about 400 minutes. So we've seen overall, less than, what is it, even 1%? Less than 0.5% of the whole TV show, of the whole season. So obviously, there are going to be episodes even without even one shot from the trailer. So, but merrily we go kind of implies, I start to think about them going to the village and being attacked by the scarecrow monsters. Now, of myths and monsters, sounds the most interesting to me. I am going to be preparing a lot for this episode. I'm going to be put in time and schedule. In my regular job, I'm going to be saying I'm not taking jobs, no projects on these days. I'm going to need 2-3 days. Everybody leave me alone. Because if I'm correct, this is something that will reveal the lore, right? Sounds logical, of myths and monsters. We have the monsters. We don't know the myths yet. We know that they sacrificed some children. They trusted them, blah, blah, blah. This were their children. So this is but we don't know really the myth, like what is behind it, who is the monsters. Now, also keep in mind that John Griffin, he said that it's not going to be one of those moments when everybody's just sitting around the table and suddenly like, you know where the monsters are coming from, and he's like standing next to the board and explaining. We're not going to have those kind of moments on the TV show, but maybe there's going to be a flashback. Maybe there's going to be, Julie story walking and seeing something. Maybe there's going to be once again some kind of a vision, a long vision, not just a couple of seconds, but maybe, like both Tabitha and Jade will combine their powers of vision somehow, and they will actually see who is the girl that we've seen in Tabitha's visions, who is the guy who is drinking blood from the skull, like how they are all connected to everything. Like, I have a lot of hopes for episode 4, season 4. It sounds like it's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of interesting information for us. No, well, by the way, spoilers, I need to make a video about this. I've been told by my subscribers, by you, basically, by everybody who's here, that there are spoilers right now already, that some people got their like first 5 episodes, I think. Now, this is obviously like movie critics and some YouTubers. Now, for me, having spoilers for season 3 was one of the worst, if not the worst things that happened with season 3. It was fucking horrible, okay? It was very bad. I tried my best to avoid spoilers, but I wasn't able to avoid all of them. And it's just annoying. And I really hope that this time that MGM Plus or whoever runs their PR were actually pretty persuasive to tell those people that got 5 episodes, if they're gonna see some spoilers, some heads are gonna roll. Because you cannot do that. Like, you cannot just keep releasing. Your TV show is not some kind of a Bridgertown or whatever, or Riverdale, where nobody gives a shit about the plot, and it's like just beautiful people kissing, that's all. So the whole point of From, its plot, is the turn of events, is the cliffhangers, is the reveals, the big reveals, and we want to see it on the screen as it's intended, not read it on Reddit or in Discord server or something like this. So my advice to you, to everybody right now, avoid Reddit as much as possible and just be vigilant, like be aware. Like, if you start to read something, just like, like, and you read first 2-3 words of some kind of a post, and it's like suddenly you feel like this can be spoilers, just do the blah 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 blah, I don't see anything, and avoid this shit. Like, if you're like me, this is what I'm planning to do. Like, in my publics, I say to everybody, whoever is gonna spoil and write some spoilers in not in designated area is gonna be banned. But like, it's not the people that usually do that. That's not something that scare them. They want to do it because they want to ruin something for other people, because they're miserable in the life, and this is how they entertain themselves. So yeah, so like, just be aware and be vigilant, because like maybe you don't care about the spoilers, but for me it's hard to believe, because probably you want to see the big reveals when they are actually on the screen and actors are playing them, not in a post. So yeah, let's go back. What a long stretch trip it's been. Now, this is kind of like what I want to do here is actually like the arrival. We know the movie, right? One of the things that the creators do a lot actually with the seasons is with the name of the episodes, is they use names of the plays or books or maybe popular TV shows. So when I'm gonna finish this, I actually want to throw this to ChatGPT and ask him if there's actually some kind of a books or whatever that has this name. Like, what a long stretch trip it's been. This is weird. Like, it has a lot of. Hey, we can see Debbie finally here in the chat with us. Yeah, no spoilers. The spoilers were freaking horrible last time. So what I want to do is basically throw them all into ChatGPT, and no, I'm just repeating myself. What a long stretch it's been, strange trip it's been. It has a lot of like finale vibe, right? What a long strange trip it's been. What trip are we talking about? The heart is a lonely hunter. No idea what it's about. Best laid plans. No idea what it's about. Heavy is the head. Now, right away, it kind of makes me think about Boyd. Like, Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Like, who wears the crown in Fromville is obviously Boyd. But, you know, like, he's not really king. He's the sheriff. But he's controlling everything. He is the leader. And we know that his head is pretty heavy with the responsibility he's taking on himself. Like, he's not there to enjoy being the leader. He's trying to save people and feeling miserable that he a lot of times cannot succeed with that. Now, the calm before, it's obviously the calm before the storm. Now, does it mean that we're going to have another storm again? Because we analyzed together the drawings that Victor made, and there is a drawing of something that looks like a flood, like a biblical level of flood. And maybe this is something that we're actually going to see. Now, if a tree falls in the forest, this is the last episode. And we know the trees are important. Like, my theory / already very kind of, I think, confirmed that the whole magic of this place, most of the magic of this place, is coming from the trees. Like, the Tenkuyu children, they pour their hope into the tree, in the roots of the tree. The roots kind of intertwined. They probably created the forest, or they maybe, you know, somehow contained the forest with their dark magic or white magic or whatever magic. And now, if a tree falls in the forest, I think we're talking about a bottle tree, and I think somebody's gonna finally take it down. Okay, Boy in White stopped Victor in season 3, but maybe in season 4 somebody is actually gonna take it down. And since the Boy in White actually appeared and tried to stop Victor and told him not to do this, probably there's gonna be some kind of a fallout of somebody's actually cutting down the tree. Now let's actually do this now. Okay, I'm having a horrible taste in my mouth. I'm not in my stomach. I'm not feeling pretty good for a couple of days. Not like something horrible. You don't need to imagine anything. Just not, you know, like this weird feeling. So if you don't mind, when I do something, I'm gonna bite an apple because it gives me a good taste in the mouth and it feels better. So while I'm gonna do ChatGPT, you're gonna have to hear me a little bit chewing. Yeah, it's scary to eat an apple, especially when you talk about from. Yeah, acid reflux. I have hiatal hernia, so sometimes I have this kind of fear. That's so cool when I see so many different countries. Good afternoon from Brazil. Good afternoon, good evening from Belgium. Why are you answering to me in Russian? Dude, answer in English. Well, yeah, this is a famous saying. If a tree falls in the forest but you weren't there, did it really happen? Maybe this is something related to that, by the way. I'm like, we had There and Back Again from The Hobbit, and now we have The Ring, which looks a lot like, everybody's making jokes about Lord of the Rings with The Ring. Okay, big picture pattern. The Heart is a Lonely Hunter, an actual novel by Carson McCullers. What a long stretch trip it's been is a lyric from Grateful Dead. This is a band, right? I think it's a band. Now yeah, this is American rock band from 65 to 95. Okay. Idioms, well-known expressions. Best laid plans from the best laid plans of mice and men. What the hell does that mean? This is the first time I hear this. Even this is a proverb meaning even the most careful plans can fail. Adapted from Robert Burns' 1785 poem To a Mouse. So basically, best laid plans means they're gonna have some kind of a plan and it's not gonna go well. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. We already talked about this. The calm before the storm. Also, we talked about this. Okay. So the only novel, as far as I can see, is actually The Heart is the Lonely Hunter. Is it actually a famous novel, or is it just, just a coincidence? The Heart is the Lonely Hunter is a debut novel of American author Carson McCullers, who was 23 at the time of publication. It's a Southern Gothic novel about a deaf man named John Singer and the people he encounters in the 1930s mill town in the U.S. state of Georgia. The novel was received positively both as a realist commentary of social conflict and as a parable about fascism. The plot of the book begins with a focus on the relationship between friends John Singer and Spiros Antonopoulos, who are both deaf and have lived together for several years. Due to Antonopoulos' increasingly frequent alcohol-induced misbehavior, he is put into an insane asylum far away from time. Despite Singer's attempt at intervention, now alone Singer moves into a new room in the Kelly's house. Many people in the town are attracted to Singer's presence. The remainder to the narrative centers on the struggles of four of Singer's acquaintances, all of whom frequently visit him. Mick Kelly, a tomboy who loves music and dreams of buying a piano. Jake Blount, an alcoholic labor agitator. Beef Brennan, the observant over dinner. And I so far cannot really connect that way too much to From, but maybe, in the context of the first season, it's going to be more interesting. The Heart is the Lonely Hunter. I don't know, but we have some kind of let's say romance here. We have Mariel and Christy. We're probably going to have Kenny and Sophia. There is Fatima and Alice. There's maybe Donna and Henry. There's Jade and Tabitha, which I don't really want to see, but nobody asks me. So maybe Julie and Randall, whatever it is, but it kind of feels romantic, right? But you know, like show creators can go either way here. Heavy is the head. It might be about Boyd and his role as sheriff. Yes, probably with Danny. Greetings from Philadelphia. Hello from Saudi. Hello, neighbor. This is so cool. Like all over the world here. Like this is cool. Yeah, am I keeping someone away with the apple? Drink a shot of sauerkraut juice to combat that reflex. Anything sour, vinegar, pickle juice, etc. works too. I drink Nexium. This is like I'm having. I think I've told the story. Like the reason I have YouTube channel is because I have hiatal hernia. It was 5 years ago, I think, or 6 years ago. I woke up in the middle of the night and I felt a little pain in my stomach. And then for a couple of weeks, I suffered the living hell. Like I couldn't eat. It was hard for me even to drink water. Until finally I got to a doctor, like a stomach doctor. What is it called in English? Gastro doctor, basically. And he diagnosed me and he gave me Nexium, and since then I'm drinking this. This is like a tablet, and it lowers the acid in my stomach and it allows me to live normal life, basically. But sometimes it gets a little bit worse. And now I started to go to the gym and I eat more food. You know, like because you're more hungry usually because you burn a lot of calories. And probably my stomach is like, dude, what is going on? We are not used to that amount of food. So yeah. Thank you for the advice. I would scream if that song plays on From on that episode. I'm a big Neoni fan. Their Carry On My Wayward Son cover played on the last Supernatural episode. What song are you talking about? How were Victor and Eloise able to exist in the town of now only one child is able to exist? Like who is... This is a theory. I don't think anybody ever confirmed this theory. Like only one child is allowed to exist. Because we had Megan. She was killed in episode 1, right? And then Ethan arrived. And since then, no kids whatsoever. So we came to the conclusion, which is kind of logical. It's not something like complete. It's not on there. It's kind of something that you can come to this conclusion that feels like this town is allowing only one kid to be there. But there is no confirmation. Like we know that Eloise and Victor were together there. And maybe even more kids were there. We have like a drawing that Victor made of a family with a dog. And there are also like a little girl with a teddy bear torn apart. So maybe it's not Eloise there. It's not supposed to be Eloise because she was killed in other place. So I don't know if we actually can say confidently without any hesitation that this town doesn't allow more than one kid. Yes, he said also when Victor warned Ethan and he threw the apple in the tree and said, don't go, it may end up on a mountain somewhere. He didn't actually say it. He was kind of, at this moment, I was not really sure about Victor because the way he was talking to Ethan, it felt like he's trying to lure him into the tree. He was like, ooh, look at the tree. It's a magical tree. You can go inside. He didn't say like, don't go there. He was like, it can take you to every place, other place, but sometimes you can find yourself in the middle of the mountain. So yeah, if he had never no, he probably have seen some people going inside of tree and maybe, you know, like being killed. I have a bad feeling about Fatima and Alice. Look, I think I said this also, like a friend of mine who's doing, like, you probably know his channel, Gaze for You. We've talked in a month ago, I think, just when the trailer released, we had like a live stream in Russian together, and he said like he believes everybody's gonna die. Like this is gonna be a bad end. Like there's not gonna be, nobody's gonna survive. It's gonna be like dun dun dun, everybody's dead. So I also have a bad feeling, also because if you're rewatching right now the first 2-3 seasons, it feels a lot like the decision to make Fatima give birth to Smiley came in season 3. Like in season 2, the whole conversation that Donna had with Fatima saying, you don't believe it can be a miracle, blah, 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 yay, we're so happy there's going to be a child. It doesn't feel like there's going to be a child, it's going to be pretty bad for you. So it feels like things are going to go worse for everybody. Fatima and Alice, yeah. And if you're talking about their relationship, well, you see, I don't know, like, especially after Stranger Things, when they were like building the relationship between the girl and the guy, the brother of the little guy that is being kidnapped all the time, and the journalist girl, they were like building their relationship for like 57 seasons. So eventually in the last episode, they will be like, you know what, let's be friends. And you're like, so maybe this is something for Alice and Fatima also. Their relationship is not gonna survive this, but since they're like, they're like very much in the center of everything, like their relationship, they're the Adam and Eve of this place. I don't know. I kind of think that their relationship will survive somehow, but maybe one of them is gonna die. I'm telling you all, Donna and Boyd are gonna smash this season. I'm actually putting my money on Henry. I think Donna is kind of into him, even though like they definitely have a very big age difference. But I don't know. Something tells me Donna is kind of like he's her type. I have a hard time with Nexium and similar medications, so I just try to avoid acidic foods. Yeah, like for my first half a year of this disease, I would eat mostly like quacker and the thing that you like boil with water or with milk, but I would just put it in the shaker, put just a couple of dates, water, and it would be like a shake. It would have some kind of a taste, and rice with soy sauce, and sometimes some vegetables, but not fresh vegetables. After like it was a horrible half a year. Like I would watch TV shows and people would eat something tasty, and I was like, this was like being a virgin teenager and watching porn. It was like you don't have access to that, but you really want it. So it was like for me for half a year, and like when I finally was able to eat normal food, like wow. So right now I eat pretty much everything, but I try to not just overeat. That's all. I'm trying to eat good food. I'm not overly processed food. I also don't eat meat for like I used to be vegetarian, then I went vegan, then I came back and I started to eat fish again. So I'm not eating meat for like 15 years or something like this. So I'm just trying to eat as less processed food as possible, and that's it. The town is like a 55 plus community, and there are rules about kids. I was talking about the song Happy Pills by Neoni, which I mentioned before, with the tree falls in the forest line. It's a song about escapism. Maybe, but we can kind of feels like I'm not familiar with the song. But if they did a cover for Supernatural, I assume this is a modern band. And we kind of see that most of the music in the TV show, it's like 60s, 70s, 80s. Yeah, when I rewatched season 1, some of the characters I didn't even remember because they died very early on. Now, this is a criticism of from my part towards the creators. Like, there are some things that easily could have been done so much better. Like, episode, I think 6 or 7, episode 7, right, of season 1, when we have Virgin Mario killing everybody because he wanted to get laid with the monster. So we see him for the first time in the end of season 6. Now, how much better would it be that if the build-up to episode 7 was from episode 3 already? Like episode 3, we would see, Julie or somebody else finding the flowers. And we would see the virgin guys just standing and saying something like looking at Fatima and Ellis kissing, and we could see that he was jealous. Like you give him basically 20 seconds of time, of screen time, even less than that, per episode. And it would be already way better, this reveal of him going insane in episode 7. Same thing. Most of you probably don't even remember his name, and I was just rewatching season 1 and I already forgot his name. The dude that hung himself in episode 9, season 1 again, and everybody was so sad. And Christy was talking to Kenny about how sad she is that this dude basically killed himself. And as an audience, I couldn't give less shit, even if I tried, about this guy. Because the first time I see him on screen is when he kills himself. So yeah, it's like if, I don't know, even in real life, if somebody tells you this guy was killed because in other half of the world, you'll be like, okay, that's news, but I need to live my life. And this is not even real. This is a TV show. And you just, and all I'm saying is that maybe just put this guy in episode 4 and he's saying hi to Christy or something, whatever, put him somewhere there, and that way his death, his suicide would have some impact, because as an audience we already would know who he is. It's like, also comedians laugh about it all the time, that in cartoons, especially in Disney and everything else, you need to give a name to something and then you start caring about. If you give a name to an object that talks to you, suddenly it has a name and everybody starts to care about it. So yeah, I'm always on the fence on From. I love the TV show, but I'm on the fence of whether they can deliver everything. I have trust in them. I do have trust in them, but I'm not 100% sure they can, because especially in season 1, a lot of moments like that when I can see that writing could be way better easily. What do you think would have happened if Smiley had been born in Colony House instead of the root cellar? Meaning Elgin would have left Fatima to fend for herself with Ellis and maybe Donna. That's actually interesting. Think about it. During the day. But I think maybe even then she would be in the Colony House going I'm trying to give birth to Smiley. And then suddenly, the kimono lady appears, gives everybody, a roundhouse kick, and takes away the baby and still goes to the caves to deliver it to, I don't know how. That's actually very interesting, yeah. Celia guy, yeah, the one with the long face. I don't remember his name. Nobody remembers his name. You see, everybody's like, who is that dude? Look, let me show you. I think it was episode 9. I'm not sure, but I think it was episode 9. Yep. This is the guy. Oh my God, so sad. The guy killed. Who is that? You see, nobody even remembers this guy. Yeah, Eric, thank you. Look, I was rewatching season 1 about a week and a half ago. 2 weeks ago. I'm doing live streams in Twitch with my Russian-speaking audience. And we were laughing at Eric, and now a couple of weeks passed and I'm already don't even remember who Eric is. Yeah, he kept eating bread. That's what I'm saying. Just put him in episode 4. Father Khatri passes goes with Tabitha and Jim. He tells them about about the town, like this is the town, this is blah blah blah. And Eric passes by and say, "Hi, Father Katri." "Oh, hi, Eric," and that's it. And we know who the fuck is Eric. He is more than one episode. I mean, this is not so hard to do. I mean, come on. He is on my list of shared character names between Lost and From. Yes, there have already been a lot of fill-in scenes. Hope in this season we get a lot. Look, this season's supposed to be a blast. I expect this season to be like every episode. What I'm planning to do is like this. Like you see right now how my screen is built, right? What I'm planning to do is basically as soon as the episode is released, I cannot compete with the creators, the YouTube creators that got their episodes beforehand. So what they do is basically if you get like an episode like a week before, you watch the episode, you meticulously make an analysis because you have a lot of time on your hands. And then as soon as the embargo on publishing is lifted, which is basically, I think an hour or half an hour after the episode release, you publish the video because it's already done, uploaded to YouTube. It's just been hidden in unlisted or in private, and that's it. You put it in public, and suddenly, like, you already done a review, which I'm jealous of. Obviously, I would kill to you know, not to be in a rush. But what I'm planning to do is basically I want to do like this, just like when I opened this episode with you right now. Work my Apple Mac. So I will be like, I will watch the episode, I will write some notes to myself, and then I will just record the screen while I'm talking, and I will go scene by scene, and I'll be like, okay, this is the scene. Okay, what I love here is blah blah. What I noticed here is blah blah here. Whatever, blah 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 for 45 fucking minutes, and go ahead and edit, render, publish. So I will release the first review as fast as I can to get those views, because you know this is the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And then after I got my foot in the door, I will be like, okay, so from now on, okay, I just want to rewatch the episode again. I want to analyze every clue, and then I'm planning probably, I don't know, I cannot really plan that much ahead because best laid plans, but I'm thinking to myself, like, let's say I'm gonna give you an example of episode 8 season 3, right? So let's say episode 8 of season 3 releases, and in episode 8 of season 3 the ending is Victor remembering what the boy in white was saying to Christopher. So in this episode there are different things, there's blah 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 blah. So instead of like doing again a review of the whole episode, I will be doing, okay, so what was the beginning of everything? Okay, this will be the idea of the video, like, and I will take this conversation between Wayne White and Christopher, and I will analyze it, and I will build theory in it, and I will publish it. And then there's gonna be, I don't know, Tabitha remembering her dream as a little girl, and the red stones. Okay, so let's analyze this moment, build theory in it, and publish a video. Basically, you're gonna be bombarded with videos. That's what I'm saying to you. I'm gonna be spamming you. Like, you're gonna be like, if you have notification, it's gonna be like, Geekademy published the video, Geekademy published the video, Geekademy published the video. So somebody shut Geekademy up already. He's talking way too much. This is the plan. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Remember, I still have a little kid who I love to spend a lot of time with, and who is very demanding for me to spend time with him. So obviously he's the priority. But I really want to at least one video a day. Obviously this is going to be like, I'm refreshing this page every day, and I didn't do it today, by the way. This is the press by Amazon Studios, and they publish between episodes, like they publish an episode, the images, and the images are pretty cool because there's a lot of like behind the scene images, I would say. Not exactly behind the scene, but look, if we see from season 3, some of the shots from here are not actually from the episodes, like especially Miranda drawings. Let's shatter, let's say episode 2. No, I need episode 2. Yeah. You see, a lot of those like photos of the drawings, they are in way better quality than what we have seen in the episode. And a lot of like, this is not from the TV show. You can see just an empty room without Tabitha here. So I am planning to obviously to analyze those images. I'm not that hard on Jim, by the way. Your kid should come first. Kids always should come first, and I don't think that Jim put his kids last at some point. He kind of left Tabitha alone with the kids and completely dived into work after the death of Thomas. But once again, like, it's not obviously not the same, but when my dog died, like, I was making like 3 videos a day. I was also drowning myself in work. So I don't know. I don't get the Jim hate. I mean, he's not perfect, obviously, but he is trying his best. And I think this is like, I think he died protecting his child. I mean, I think I said this last time, like, you want to die on the bed surrounded by your kids and grandchildren, probably this is the top choice. But going out protecting your kid is not the worst ending for a parent, I think, especially if you successfully protected them. But bad as a husband most of the time. Well, I wouldn't say that Tabitha was the best wife there also. I mean, yeah, Tabitha also left in the lighthouse with no thoughts regarding her children. Not true, she was going because she was thinking that way she can protect Julie. Nobody knows exactly what you need to do in this place to protect your children. So this is what I'm saying. This is just normal, regular people trying to do whatever they can in impossible situation. I mean, we judge those people, and I can tell you myself, if I would be in From, I would die in first day. Like in Fromville, I would probably go insane. Like the first night, I would be like, what the hell is going on? Or I would just die. That's it. Yeah, Jim went camping in the woods with no thought regarding his children while their mother was missing. Not exactly true, because he went there to look for their mother. Any child need a mother, first of all. So they're just, that's it. You know, like he understood that he did a wrong decision there, obviously. And then came back, but then again, like he was counting on Julie being the grown-up, and she gave him a real reality check, like, dude, I'm not here to cover you as a parent. You're the father, so step up. So I'm not saying he's a perfect father. I'm not saying Tabitha is a bad mother. I'm saying both of them are normal people who really love their children. One of them trying to save their marriage, which is not Tabitha, by the way, and that's it. They did some mistakes, but eventually I don't see any of them putting themselves or anything else before their kids. Their kids, in every situation, they're the first priority, like all the time. I'm rewatching the TV show. You cannot tell me Jim went to the forest. He went to the forest to look for Tabitha because this is the mother of his kids. This is his wife. I don't think if something like this would happen to me, I would also be like, like, oh, I guess my wife is dead. Moving on. Nah, not gonna do anything about it. Like the same with Tabitha. She's been pulled into the lighthouse. She's been told to save the children. Her daughter, is laying on the bed and screaming like crazy and not waking up, and her eyes are blurry. So it's not like, come on, let's wait for Christy. Maybe she has some aspirin for her. Something supernatural happens to her. So why not to do something supernatural to try to save her? I cannot say that I would done any better than them in a lot of situations. Yeah, Jim wasn't a bad husband at all. Like, once again, he also lost a child, so he was... I mean, I'm not advocating for, like if you lose somebody, then you go and drown yourself in work and you leave your wife with children. Obviously not. This is not a very good move, saying it lightly so. But once again, it's not like he went there to a strip club and he was partying. He was also dealing with a lot of shit, with losing a child, which is... Jim is so violent. Well, yeah, I would probably be very violent too if I would be in a town like that. I don't know whether it's different for women and men. Probably not that much. But like the biggest fear for a father, I think, and for a mother too also, but the biggest fear is not being able to protect your child. And Jim feels that he cannot protect his children in his place, that he's helpless. And this is where the anger comes from. Now, moms have way more power on the nurturing side. They're also there to protect the children. Of course they are. And Mama Bear is not something you take lightly. Of course, there's like even saying that the mom can lift a car to pick up and save her child, because in the stress she will forgot the name of the hormone will kick in and you'll be able to be a superhuman. But as a father, like your role in creating a child is very limited, and then in the first years it's also kind of limited. You're there to help mostly, because child is looking for a mom, always like mom. This is the big priority. So as a father, you understand your job is to protect, is to help, to create safe space, and to protect as much as possible. And this is the biggest fear. So I completely understand Jim's behavior. He is, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's acting correctly. I'm saying he's acting like a normal human being who is being put in an impossible situation and doesn't know how to protect his family, when he is the one who's supposed to do this. Okay, this is his role, this is his job, basically. So this is where the anger is coming from. No, I had like this, I was just, like before the live stream, I was sitting with Evan and I recorded him. He's standing on a cushion, on a big cushion, and he's looking for my hand. He's pushing his hand like this. And when I grab his hand, he's getting down from the cushion. It's on the floor. It's like from the balcony furniture. There's a big wind, so we took it out. And he's like having time of his life. And then I recorded him laughing, giving me the head. And then we're sitting together and he's watching the video and he's like here on my shoulder and he's laughing at himself, laughing in the video. And once again, I have those thoughts like I love this kid so much. I'm like, I'm going to do everything I can to do whatever I can for him. And I remember a moment where we were still in Israel and we went to the beach, and the sea was not really calm. There were some waves. And he was wearing like, this ring. How does it call? Like, you got the idea. That basically helps keep kids not to drown. So he was inside, and it has like it for little children. So it says like place for legs. It's not like the regular one when you need to hold it. So we're like kind of hesitating to get inside, but we're like, okay, let's go to wet some legs. So we got in, and we're like swimming, and everything's fun. And I'm there with his, and Rena is there, and everybody is like, we're having fun. And suddenly the waves are getting stronger. And when they come, I pick him up like this on top of the wave. So the wave hits me, and he's not being hit by the wave. Now I'm pretty short guy, as you probably noticed. And at some point, like the wave was pretty tall, and I kind of understood that I need to jump. So I jumped with him, and I lost him. Like the wave basically pushed him out of my hands, and I was under the wave. So this was I think the scariest seconds I think of my life. Because when I got up, I was pretty sure that I'm not gonna see him. But the wave basically, just like a surfer, just took him and pushed him towards the beach, and he didn't understand what's happening. He was just looking around. So I ran toward him, and basically I grabbed him, and Rena was there, and we just got out, and we're like angry at ourselves, like why did we have to take him to the sea? This is the stupidest mistake of our life. Now, this fear will live with me forever. Like this moment will live with me forever. And all I'm trying to say to you is like don't be too harsh on fathers, okay? Those that try, at least, like this moment, I'm my harshest critic here in this moment. But this was the scariest moment of my life. I will never do anything like this again, or anything even remotely close to endanger him for, I don't know for what. But this fear of you not being able to protect your child is devastating for a father. It's devastating. It's if I put myself in the place of Jim, I'm like, I don't know what I would do, because like you cannot do anything in from. All you can do is trust Boyd. And Jim is not somebody who is like, like following. He's not really somebody who follows people. So yeah. Yeah, like even with the will, just let him swim at the pool. I agree 100%, or completely flat sea, when it's flat, where no waves at all. So yeah, it was, I don't want to even relive this moment in my head. It's like, yeah. If I was Jim, I would be pissed. He hasn't even signed the divorce paper, and his wife is obviously going to jade. Well, no, she's not going to jade. Probably not. Greeting dear denizens of planet Dirt. Happy Egg Day. It's Easter, right? So happy Easter. I think it's already here, right? There is like Easter. It's all over. There's like the Jewish Passover. I think it started already. There is the Russian Christians, whatever it's called. It starts on the 12th, and now it's Catholic, right? On the 5th. So whoever celebrates, happy holiday, happy Easter. So yeah, yep. We're talking only about From, and I really wanted to talk to everybody about Artemis. Is anybody watching? Is anybody following? I mean, how crazy is that? That actually human beings are coming back to the moon after what, 50 years, 60 years? I'm so excited about this, because first of all, I love space. Second of all, this is what I want. This is like my little dream that news would be. Not like, let's kill each other, but as a humanity. Think about this, like moon is what, hundreds of thousands of kilometers away from Earth. And we're able to get there, circle it around and come back, and we're planning to build a base there. Why are we planning to build a base there? Because it's going to be a great base. First of all, it's great minerals, which hopefully will benefit everybody else on the planet, not just a couple of people. And it also can be like a base for the future explorations of like the space. I'm probably not going to be able to live to see it, because like I'm just going to be already maybe I will be in my 60s, 70s in the best possible scenario, but my child hopefully will be able to see it. Maybe, people building bases on Mars, it's exploring maybe even to different galaxies. I mean, how exciting is that? It makes me just think, what would humanity be capable of if we would operate like as one? I'm not talking about like communism or shit like that. All I'm saying is that one of the things that I see that happens a lot with every nation under stress, under war, under terrifying some kind of, I don't know, maybe natural disaster. Everybody comes to one. Suddenly it's not left or right. Suddenly it's not about sexual orientation or about anything else. Suddenly we don't see differences. Suddenly everybody else, let's say, without raising too much political tensions, blah, blah, blah. Let's say Ukraine is being attacked. Everybody suddenly in Ukraine feels Ukrainian. And if you're Ukrainian, you're a friend of mine because I'm Ukrainian too. If you're in United States, you're in 9/11, everybody's American. We are all, suddenly we're all American. And I've lived all my life in Israel, and every time Israel was attacked, I would be able to see how everybody gathers. Like you would go, everybody donates things. There's a lot of gathering centers where people gather food for, and it's all I'm saying is that as soon as humanity, unfortunately, unites under threat, usually under something horrible, and maybe we can create those events like the space program, like exploration of the space, as something that unites everybody, not under threat, but under desire to get humanity somewhere. I mean, this is something I was talking about in Discord. Right now, there are 4 people that are actually already passed more than half of the way to the moon. There are hundreds of people that are as smart as somebody possibly can be, that work their asses off to make this real. Engineers and physicists and the best of the best, basically. And simultaneously, in 2026, we have people that believe that Earth is flat and that we never landed on the moon. And they ask confidently, why nobody else went to the moon when everybody else went to the moon, basically. And it's really annoying me. I don't want to whine. I don't want to become depressing or something like this, but I just really wanted to blow some steam. It's depressing. It's annoying as hell. I always had a low tolerance to stupidity, but now it feels like we live in the era with the most access to information, with the easiest access of information that was ever in human history, and somehow there's also the highest level of ignorance and confident ignorance. When you have Google and you can Google how many countries went to the moon, and it's basically taking you 5 seconds to do this, and you will, instead of doing this, you will put a camera in front of you, you'll put a microphone, and you will maybe even write a script, and you will be United States never went to the moon, because if they were, why would no other country would go to the moon? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, click, edit, publish, which is basically just a couple of hours, which could have been saved by just Googling how many freaking countries went to the moon. And it's just really annoying to me, and I'm just talking about the space stuff, but don't get me started with conspiracies and science and people believe in stupid shit. All I'm trying to say, stay off the social media. This is the place for the dumbest people ever. Go and think about it. Go and live on the internet while we go around the moon. That's pretty cool. Yeah, think about this. I'm able to a guy who lived in a small town in Ukraine which none of you never heard of, which most of Ukrainians never heard of, and grew up watching movies, now able to actually write scripts, record videos, and publish it, and some of the videos get to hundreds of thousands of views. Some of my videos in English, more of my videos in Russian. And just in a couple of years, probably using AI technologies, I would be able to make my own movies. No, it's not going to be like you write a prompt and that's the movie. Like, I actually want to show you one guy. Sorry, we just kind of drifted off from but you have videos about From. We're going to come back. This is also a Ukrainian guy. So he's making those kind of videos. And I actually talked to him and I told him, like, my way, the way I prefer to study and learn things is I want to find a person who does things the way I want to do them. And I just want this person to teach me. Instead of taking a course and a university degree and 57 courses about who is the history of the history, but just look at the quality of his videos. I mean, this is something that's done by one person with AI. Now, I know there's a lot of bad about the AI. I agree. There's I wouldn't call it a plagiarism because honestly, every creator and every artist cannot create something from zero. We all take inspiration from something, but it's still not the same. I understand when you're taking other people's, but if I would be somebody who draws, I can take your drawing and be inspired by it and draw something of my own. And I wouldn't have to pay you anything. And I understand why artists are being afraid of AI and they're taking the jobs, obviously. There's a lot of valid feedback against AI that I agree with. But I also think that demonizing AI is not exactly right because you can get somebody like Rafe Judkins and give him a budget that Amazon can give him and give him freedom to do whatever the fuck he wants and give him one of the greatest fantasy novels ever written, The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan, and he would still fuck up. Okay, so, and now with this kind of technology, maybe somebody like me, or maybe somebody like way more talented than me, and I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people way more talented than me, can do something by themselves, can make their vision living. It's something just, if you remember when YouTube started, what it was in the beginning and what it is right now, yeah, there's going to be an AI slope. There's going to be stupid videos. There's going to be right now, I'm sorry I'm bringing war and to this, but for the first day of the war between US, Iran and Israel, I would see some AI videos and I would be like, who? This is not a good AI. This is stupid AI, from 10 years ago level. And people are believing this shit. And I'll be like, what is going on? So basically there's going to be a distortion of reality. And we as a human race probably not going to be able to know already what is true or not. Because we had video is the definition of truth. If it was recorded on the video, you cannot go against it, right? Video is video. This is a fact. If I see you on the video stabbing someone, you stabbed someone. And now everything can be, this is AI, everything is AI. But you also with AI, you can do something like this. And if you played Heroes 3 as a kid or as an adult, this is something that's going to resonate with you. Now think about this. This is done by one person who writes a script, then creates images, and then brings those images to life. Look at the quality. Do you have the sound, by the way? I don't know if I share the sound with you. Yeah, you're supposed to have the sound. He made a
celebration of Barkada.
He made a New Year video.
The city is alive with preparation, hope, and quiet joy. glowed warmly in the hearts of the people. Magic seeps from everything around, from stone, from air, from the very light itself. And Barkada shines in all its splendor, a city where wonder becomes the breath of the world. But now, let us return to our gremlin Twizzle. I do hope he did not frighten you. Despite the bitter cold and the dangers of the wild forest, he is gathering the most important symbol of the celebration for all the people of the city, the sacred festival tree.
Mirria.
We're not gonna watch the whole video, obviously, but this is an emotional, this is like 30 minutes video. This is a full TV episode already. And believe me, if you're gonna watch this, you're gonna cry, or at least you're gonna feel some emotions. The story of Gremlin is very heartwarming, endearing. And as I said, if you like, you know, heroes, you recognize the golems, you recognize the mages.
Hands over here.
Now, still, you can see that this is AI, yeah, but you know, technology is developing, and I'm like somebody who loves creating content. When it was, you know, like only stupid shit, I was not that interested in it, and now I can see that. Even not for profit, even for myself, and for maybe some fans like me who will enjoy something like this, I want to be able to make you know, you read books, right? If you read a book, there are some moments that live in your head even after you read the book, because in your imagination, like the prologue of The Wheel of Time, when Luster Telamon goes insane and kills everybody, and then he realizes that, and then he goes even more insane and he creates the mountain. I mean, this is one of the most epic pieces of literature. Like, this small prologue is one of the most cult moments, and they cut it off from the TV show. This is retarded. I don't have any other word than that. And this is something, I mean, like, I really want to do this. I really want to learn this. It's not really profitable, as far as he's saying to me, this guy who's making those videos, even though he has like a lot of views, there's a lot of money that he spends on the, you know, like on the coins or whatever it is, like when you use AI. So yeah, well, AI can be good, AI can be bad. I agree. This is like something that I usually used to tell a lot of people is like, a hammer can be good or bad. It all depends on the person. Tool is just a tool. What makes it good or bad is a person behind it. Somebody who takes a hammer and fixes things because he likes to fix it makes a hammer a good thing. Somebody who takes a hammer and uses it to hurt people, it's not a good person. But hammer is just a fucking hammer. That's all. Okay, so the same with AI. We have to be careful with it. Obviously, you know, like, don't let it go and create a Terminator 1 or 2, whatever, please. I'm definitely not gonna survive. I'm not the warrior type. But you know, like, it also has a lot of uses. So why not use it? And if history teaches us anything, when technology makes our life better, easier, there's not even one time in human history that we skipped on that. Okay, as soon as the cars arrived, nobody could give less shit about horses. That's it. No more horses. We all went to go to the cars. As soon as there are new technology, our iPhones, yeah, little children are making them in China for $1 a month or something like this. Yeah, but then again, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna have an iPhone or any smartphone. That's what I'm saying. As humans, we really want to be moral, but we're always choosing our convenience over our morality. Well, it's gonna take jobs. I agree it can be used for good, but some people use it for bad stuff, and also don't like how it's taking jobs. It's gonna take jobs. Nobody's gonna be able to do anything about this. It's the same way, just like since we're talking about as soon as the refrigerators became a thing for everybody, milkmen as a job died. Okay? It doesn't matter how many union people were going to protest or whatever, it doesn't really matter. You can go and scream, and as soon as what I'm saying to you, I myself, I'm not an employer. I don't have a big business. But I used to work a lot with freelancers. And especially before AI and for YouTube and for like my main job or something like this, I would need, let's say, an image. And I would go to Upwork or whatever, and I would have to screen between 100 applicants and decide which one I want to work with. And then I would pay this person $100, $200 for a couple of images, and I would wait for a day or two. Unless it's gonna become completely illegal and you're gonna go to jail for using AI, you're not gonna be able to force me to do that instead of going to, I don't know, ChatGPT and tell him generate an image in 5 seconds. No amount of moral compass, whatever, like I need to protect the people who draw images, is gonna do this for me, or for that matter, for anybody else. Okay, maybe 1 in a million business owner is going to be like, well, everybody's right now doing AI and they manage to create images in a couple of seconds, but I'm going to go with this guy who will do this for a couple of days and will charge me for a couple of $100s for this one. And this business is probably going to die very soon against its competition. What I'm saying is that AI is not killing jobs. If I'm generating an image and a person who is, like my boyfriend says, I need to learn an offline profession. No, you just need to learn how to use AI in your profession. That's all. Programmers do it all the time already. AI writes a lot of code for them. But if I'm going to start to write code through AI, it's not going to be a good code because I'm not a programmer. A guy who makes thumbnail images for my YouTube channel, he uses a lot of AI for, improving images, improving faces. But if I'm going to use this, it's going to be a very different result. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Like, if I'm going to make videos using AI, and I'm going to write a script, and I'm going to do whatever I can, it's probably going to be way worse than, let's say, if Tarantino or Steven Spielberg would have done it, but it would be way better than somebody who never done even one video in their life, most of the time. So what I'm saying to you is that AI is just a time-saving tool right now. That's all. And who does good videos with AI? People who make videos for a living. Who writes very good code with AI? People who write code for a living. Who makes the best images with AI? People who make images for a living. Yeah, there's obviously somebody who's super talented. Like there is the story, like there's a blogger, Casey Neistat, if you know, he's a very popular blogger, and he was trying to do something in Hollywood, and he even got some of his TV shows were greenlit and then were canceled, and then he discovered YouTube and he became very successful in YouTube. But because he knows how to build a story, he knows how to shoot everything, his videos are very cinematic, very entertaining, so YouTube was his platform. So a lot of people maybe who weren't able to break through, now gonna be able to break through with AI. So there are people who's gonna try to scam you. There's gonna be calls of supposedly some of your loved ones who's telling you, oh, I need some money or something like this. There's gonna be videos of especially propaganda videos between countries trying to, create this image of reality that doesn't have anything in common with reality. It's gonna happen, obviously. But what I'm saying to you is that AI so far is not really that much of a job killer. It still needs people that know how to work with it in order to achieve a good result. So I know it can be really sad, you studied all your life for something and then comes the technology, but then again, think about it, how many professions were killed by technologies, by the development of new technologies. For the last 200 years, dozens, if not hundreds, of professions were killed by the development of technology. Robots are working in the warehouses right now, most of the time. But once again, you need somebody who controls those robots. You need somebody who knows the operations. You need the engineers. You need the product managers who know exactly how to make this efficient. Yeah, well, I'm not here to advocate for AI, but I'm also here not to bash it. And if you need my advice, which I don't know why would somebody need my advice, you need to keep up with it. Like offline professions are not immune. Robots are becoming increasingly smart. Try to make yourself relevant to the year and the period you live in. That's all. We're not all have to be programmers. But if there's something like it's like seeing somebody right now, not with a smartphone, but with the usual flip phone, and you either think this is a very big hipster, I don't know if they with iPhones or something like this, or it's somebody who's really, really behind technology and doesn't understand how iPhone works, and you're like, oh. And think about this. In 10, 20 years, somebody who doesn't know how to work AI, I mean, somebody who doesn't even open ChatGPT even once in their life and ask him a question or her a question, in a couple of years, not 10, 20 years, in a couple of years, it's going to be look like, dude, what year you're living it? You should try to keep up with what's going on. So, I'm sorry, I'm worried about being employed. Can barely afford food and housing now. I'm so grateful I don't have kids. I hope to get a terminal diagnosis sooner rather than later. Jesus, pretty depressing, my man. But hopefully you're gonna feel better. And if you have those kind of thoughts, maybe you should seek help. Because there are people that are willing to help, man. Yeah, my boyfriend is a programmer and he does use AI a lot. Something that my mom taught me when I was really young, and I told her like how much I hate going to school, and she told me something that kind of stayed with me. We always have to study something new. Now, I kind of realized about myself, like I told you, I don't really do well in the, let's say, the regular studying programs, universities, schools, when there's like this lesson and this lesson. I need a goal, a problem, explanation, how to fix it. That's all. This is how I studied editing, and I'm pretty good at editing. This is how I studied everything, basically what I'm good at. So when I want to study AI, I'm not going to go and buy a course for AI with 25 lessons that's going to tell me that AI stands for artificial intelligence. And we actually started to develop AI just 25 years ago. No, I want to do AI videos. I'm going to find a guy who does AI videos like I do, and I'm going to tell him, I'm going to pay you. that much money, that amount of money for you to be with me and tell me step by step what do you do, and let's do a video together. I want to do a video. I want to see you making a video, and then I want to make a video by myself, and I want you to be there next to me and tell me what I do right, what I do wrong, correct me. After that, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna still have questions, but I'm gonna be okay. And that's what I'm trying to say to you is that if you stop studying, if you stop evolving, you devolving. There's no stagnation. The way the stagnation is that, like, when you're flat, you're not evolving and you're not devolving back. But it cannot be. It's like when you have, let's say, $10,000 on your account. It's not like you have $10,000 in your account, because tomorrow you're going to have less. And in 1 year you're going to have less, because always inflation makes your money less valuable. So there is no stagnation. If you're not evolving, you are going backwards, because the world is evolving all the time. And the speed is incremental. It's going faster and faster and faster. So the only if you like, once again, if you need my advice in something, study something. Always study something. Always try to learn new things. That's it. Oh my God, we went today for my motivational speaker era. So where is my suit? Show me the money. Whatever. No, I'm not gonna be a motivational speaker. That's definitely not my career. AR art is plagiarism sovereign. I'll leave with that tip set. It's not exactly plagiarism software. I'm just told you that if I'm inspired by Picasso and I draw images like Picasso of something I see, is that plagiarism? Because if so, yes, then every artist on the face of human, on the whole human history is doing plagiarism. Nobody invents something that nobody has ever seen. It's all, I've seen this guy drawing something and now I want to draw something too. That's it. There is no nothing is like this. Nobody is writing something new. We all see something and we recreate it. That's it. This is what AI does. I mostly hate when people use AI for artistic stuff. It has no soul and it's plagiarizing a lot. Well, that's I've heard somebody says this. I think I've seen a video. It's like, lately there's been way less AI stuff. Oh shit! Lately there's been way less AI stuff, and the meaning behind it, it's getting better and better, and you stop noticing. And there are a lot of scenarios already when the AI books won competitions and drawings won competitions. In about a year or something, I think even less than that, maybe just something, year and a half, you're not going to be able to see what's AI and what's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There are different levels of plagiarism, of course. So once again, AI is not plagiarism. Some shitty people use it for plagiarism. Plagiarism, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. But this has always been like this. They've been shitty people before AI. There's going to be way more shitty people after AI. That's all I'm saying. If you are fighting AI, you're fighting a 100% losing battle. 100%. You are a person who's fighting that horses will stay instead of cars. You're a person who's fighting for a milkman to stay instead of refrigerators. You're a person who's fighting for, I don't know, calculators to stay instead of computers. It's not gonna, you're not gonna do anything. Just instead of once again trying to say that every hammer is bad, try to think how you can make good use of a hammer. Okay? There are going to be shitty people. Don't be just, my advice, don't be shitty people. Use AI for something good. That's all. I can't enjoy cute. Yeah, I can't enjoy cute animals video as much as I did before, since most of them I suspect are AI. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of shit, especially right now, like with AI videos, and a lot of them like cute animals or children. This is horrible. This is what I'm saying. The distortion of reality is horrible. Like the last frontier of truth is a video is being also compromised. You cannot trust the video anymore. Everything is AI, everything is not AI, whatever is AI is not AI, whatever is not AI is AI. This is horrible, and I have no idea how humanity is gonna deal with it. Honestly, no idea. Hopefully, we're gonna find a way. That's all I can say to you. Now, it's been an hour and a half, and we've talked a little bit about From today, talked a little bit about Artemis, and talked way more about AI. But I guess this is the topic, so we hang out. This is what happens, and I had a lot of fun with you, and hopefully I'm gonna go, and if Evan is still not asleep, I'm gonna put him to sleep. I don't know, it sounds violent to me, put him to sleep. Like I'm gonna take him on my arms, and we're gonna just sing him a little song and tell him how much I love him, and hopefully he's gonna fall asleep. Yo, parents sent AI slop a lot. Grandparents, especially when they see children dancing breakdance like toddlers, and they're like, "Oh my God, have you seen this child doing this is AI." Yeah, so yeah, always fun talk to you, and it's 2 weeks. I need to put up my big boy pants and start producing more videos. Thank you so much, everybody who spent some time with me today. I love talking to you, love reading your comments in the chat. See you next